Vivek Ramaswamy joins me now. Vivek, you're not surprised by the spying at TikTok. I don't think anybody is. Are you surprised at the 4 people fired, 2 in China, 2 in the U.S.?
I'm not, because that's just part of the smokescreen, the sacrificial pawns of appearing like you actually cared about, that they actually cared about this issue when in fact they were perpetrating it. This is how the CCP works, though. It's important for everyone to understand this. They use companies as Trojan horses, as pawns, to advance their geopolitical agendas. TikTok is one of those Trojan horses. ByteDance, the parent company, is a Chinese company, but they're even using U.S. companies to do the same thing. Take Airbnb. A couple of years ago, it was reported in the Wall Street Journal and elsewhere that as a condition for doing business in China, they have to hand over U.S. user data, including even private messages sent through their platform. So this is the game the CCP plays. There is no distinction between economic policy and military policy. They are 2 sides of the same coin. And I'm glad that at least we Americans are beginning to wake up to that reality now.
We sure are. Let's talk about the FTX, the epic collapse. This $250 million bond that SBF had to pay for his release, you say that this is actually an optical illusion, another smokescreen, if you will. What do you mean by that exactly?
I think it is an optical illusion, and here's what I mean. There was no $250 million paid. The number may have as well have been $1 trillion or $10 trillion. The point is, it was a bond. The only security interest they put up was a partial equity interest in his parents' home. Why did they do it? It makes the prosecutors look good. They get to come across as the tough guys, one of the largest bonds posted in American history. Well, if they really cared about it, they could have demanded cash bail. They didn't. And whether in the unlikely scenario, but in the scenario that he flees, I don't care if it was $250 million or $1 trillion, they're not actually getting it. And it's just another smokescreen in an entire story of smokescreens, another mirage. The theme of the FTX saga is that the money wasn't there. That applies even for the $250 million bond, which, by the way, I'm going to say the New York Times should be ashamed. They tweeted yesterday that it was bail of $250 million, which created this misimpression. It was not bail. It is a bond. That's a big difference for anyone who's financially sophisticated.
Apparently, Vivek, one relative and one, quote, outside person helped put up the bond. Care to guess who they are?
I mean, I'm not one to speculate. I'm going to react to the facts as we know them. The fact as we know them is that there was no $250 million actually put up. It was just a nice headline, which makes for a nice win, neat little win for the prosecutors. Everyone gets something out of a saga like this one. As I said before, it's like a Charles Dickens novel. Every character in this story is a caricature of themselves. Now it's the prosecutors caricaturing themselves as well.
Do you think he goes to trial here? Or cuts a deal?
I think it's likely he goes to trial.
You do?
I think that, look, against the backdrop of what he's looking at, it could be 100+ years in prison. Yeah. Well, the negotiating parameters aren't going to be super favorable for him for whatever settlement he might end up getting. I think it's entirely plausible he'll roll the dice, take his chances, and anything can happen in a trial. That might be the way he's looking at it, but I'm not in his shoes, so I can't say for sure.
Vivek, good to see you. Thank you very much for your input today.